We asked, tell us about your life before Christ. And she said, I was very young when I accepted Christ as my forgiver and leader, but I was confused before that. I went to church regularly, but I was confused about what happens after I die. I had heard stories of people whose lives had changed because they knew Christ, and I wanted that in my life. The next part is walk us through a period in your life when you began to realize that you needed to trust Christ as your forgiver and leader. And she says, I'd gone to church for most of my life, and I asked my mom questions about anything that was talked about in the lessons in Sunday school. As I began to understand more about Christ, after questioning different things, I knew I wanted Christ as my forgiver and leader. I was pretty young, like 5 to 7 years old, and I remember praying and asking Christ to be my forgiver and leader. After that, I really wasn't sure if I'd done it right or if I'd even done it at all. So I kept praying about it. I don't know about you, but I think there's many that did that several times just to be sure. Okay. Maybe a year or so after that, I realized I definitely had asked Christ to be my forgiver and leader. My relationship with God has grown since. And she says, after I trusted Jesus, I had felt more peaceful and less stressed. I can trust God to help me with anything that I'm struggling with in my life. Trusting Jesus has made me realize the good in things, and has made me happier because God is there to help me. Why does she want to go to be baptized? She says, I want to be baptized because I feel that this is my next step to grow my relationship with God. I want people to see that I trusted Christ as my forgiver and leader because it has made my life better. And we usually ask, is there someone who has made an impact in your life in some way? Would you like that person to baptize you? And I love this. This is super exciting, especially when a peer gets to baptize. You know, when they're friends, it's just cool. Anyways, so she has asked Kathy Hartman to baptize her today. And she says, I chose this person because she has helped me with many things. I can also see that she has a deep connection with Christ, and I admire that about her. I can trust her with anything, and she has helped me with my journey of knowing Christ. All right, you're going to go ahead and step in. Hayley, based on your profession of faith, Kathy's going to baptize you in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.